Hi everyone, welcome back to the BookTubePrize channel. My name is Robert, and today I'll be introducing to you 6 new entries into next year's BookTubePrize in the Fiction in Translation category, our new division for next year. The first novel is called To Walk Alone in the Crowd by Antonio Muñoz Molina, and it is translated from the Spanish by Guillermo Bleichmar. De Quincey, Baudelaire, Poe, Joyce, Benjamin, Melville, Lorca, Whitman. Walkers and city dwellers all, collagists and chroniclers, picking the detritus of their eras off the filthy streets and assembling it into something new, shocking, and beautiful. In To Walk Alone in the Crowd, Antonio Muñoz Molina emulates these classic inspirations, following their peregrinations and telling their stories in a book that is part memoir, part novel, part chronicle of urban wandering. A skilled collagist himself, Muñoz Molina here assembles overheard conversations, subway ads, commercials blazing away on public screens, snatches from books hurriedly packed into bags or shoved under one's arm, mundane anxieties, and the occasional true flash of insight, struggling to announce itself amid this barrage of data into a poem of contemporary life, an invitation to let oneself be carried along by the sheer energy of the digital metropolis. A denunciation of the harsh noise of capitalism, of the conversion of everything into either merchandise or garbage, or both. To Walk Alone in the Crowd is also a celebration of the beauty and variety of our world, of the ecological and aesthetic gaze that can, even now, recycle waste into art and provide an opportunity for rebirth. The second novel is called The Woman from Uruguay by Pedro Mairal, translated from the Spanish by Jennifer Croft. Lucas Pereira, an unemployed writer in his 40s, embarks on a day trip from Buenos Aires to Montevideo to pick up $15,000 in cash. An advance due to him on his upcoming novel, the small fortune might mean the solution to his problems, most importantly the tension he has with his wife. While she spends her days at work and her nights out on the town, with a lover perhaps, he doesn't know for sure, Lucas is stuck at home all day staring at the blank page, caring for his son Mako and fantasizing about the one thing that keeps him going, the woman from Uruguay, whom he met at a conference and has been longing to see ever since. But that woman, Magali Guerra Zabala, is a free spirit with her own relationship troubles, and the day they spend together in this beautiful city on the beach winds up being nothing like Lucas predicted. The constantly surprising, moving story of this dramatically transformative day in their lives, The Woman from Uruguay, is both a gripping narration and a tender, thought-provoking exploration of the nature of relationships. An international bestseller published in 14 countries, it is the masterpiece of one of the most original voices in Latin American literature today. The third novel is called Strange Beasts of China by Yan Ge, translated by Jeremy Tiang from the Chinese. All we have are stories. In the city of Yong'an, an amateur cryptozoologist is commissioned to uncover the stories of its fabled beasts. These creatures live alongside humans, nearly inconspicuous save for their greenish skin, serrated earlobes, and strange birthmarks. Aided by her elusive former professor and his enigmatic assistant, our narrator sets off to document each beast and is slowly drawn deeper into a mystery that threatens her very sense of self. Part detective story, part psychological inquiry, Strange Beasts of China explores existential questions of identity, humanity, love, and morality with whimsy and stylistic verve. The fourth novel is called Voices of the Lost by Hoda Barakat, translated from the Arabic by Marilyn Booth. In an unnamed country torn apart by war, 6 strangers are compelled to share their darkest secrets. Taking pen to paper, the characters each attempt to put in writing what they can't bring themselves to say to the person they love, mother, father, brother, lost love. Their words form a chain of dark confessions, none of which reach the intended recipient. Profound, troubling, and deeply human, Voices of the Lost tells the moving story of characters living on the periphery, battling with displacement, devastating poverty, and the demons within themselves. From one of today's most talented Arabic writers, Voices of the Lost is an urgent story of lives intimately woven together in a society that is tearing itself apart. The fifth novel is called Summer Brother by Jaap Robben, translated from the Dutch by David Doherty. 13-year-old Brian lives in a trailer on a forgotten patch of land with his divorced and uncaring father. His older brother Lucien, physically and mentally disabled, has been institutionalized for years. While Lucien's home is undergoing renovations, he is sent to live with his father and younger brother for the summer. Their detached father leaves Brian to care for Lucien's special needs, but how do you look after someone when you don't know what they need? How do you make the right choices when you still have so much to discover? Summer Brother is an honest, tender account of brotherly love, which will resonate with readers of Rain Man. And the sixth novel is called Heatwave by Victor Jestin, translated from the French by Sam Taylor. Oscar is dead because I watched him die and did nothing. 17-year-old Leo is an outsider. Uncomfortable in his own skin, even around his parents, he's forced to endure a family camping trip in the south of France. After awkwardly creeping away from one beach party too many, he chooses to spend the final night of the trip in bed. But the sound of wild carousing outside his tent keeps him awake, so he gets up and goes for a walk by himself. Sitting in an empty playground at night, listening to the sound of partying and pop music filtering in from the beach, he sees Oscar, one of the cooler kids, hanging by his neck from the ropes of a swing. A prize-winning sensation in France, and now stunningly translated by Sam Taylor, Heatwave is Victor Jestin's unforgettable debut, a searing portrait of adolescent desire and recklessness, and secrets too big to keep. Okay, there you have 6 new entries into our BookTube Prize for next year in the Fiction in Translation division. I'll be back again in a couple of days with another introductory video. Bye, everybody.